The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
This is Denise Nostrom, CEO and founder of Diversified Financial Solutions. Now more than ever, investment advice is needed. Not just where best to invest your money, but why. Are you investing for your future retirement? Are you retired and looking to maximize your income? Are you maximizing your income and concerned with leaving money for your loved ones? Are you investing for your retirement at the same time saving for your children's education and at the same time saving to buy another home? Are the markets in line with your goals? Are your goals ever changing? Please contact me at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691. Or visit us at diversifiedfinancial.biz. For over 25 years, I have been helping individuals, families, and business owners navigate through all market conditions with only one goal in mind, my clients. Visit me at diversifiedfinancial.biz or call Denise Nostrom, founder of Diversified Financial Solutions, at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691 for a conversation about my most important client, you. Hello on this first Friday in November. Hope you are all doing well. It is that unfortunate time of the year when it gets dark very early. You are hard-pressed to find someone that really enjoys having it get dark around 4:40 p.m. I guess there are some, but not many. It makes the day seem so short, not to mention it's really depressing. I'm going to keep the show lively, but I am a little depressed. There are approximately, though, 13 weeks until spring. So it might be too early to mention that. I'm just saying. But, well, my seasonal depression is already hitting, so I need something to keep me sane. So we're just going to go with it. So I want to thank you all for tuning into the Financial Chick Show. Today, I'm your host, Denise Nostrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions. Your financial chick is here to help you improve or help you make better financial decisions and then subsequently improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. See, my seasonal depression is jumping right in and making me a mess. If you want to learn more about me or my firm, check out the website at financialchickshow.com. Also on Facebook at Diversified Financial Solutions. So like our pages, just get updates and see what is happening. So today I have Mike Scudiero, my assistant, joining me today.
Yes, in case you couldn't hear my chuckling in the background.
I heard, I was like, they're going to know someone's in the room, but it's all good. It's you.
You're funny. What can I tell you?
Oh, you're a doll. Thank you. I don't know about that, but thank you. I appreciate that. I try from time to time.
Always awesome to be here, Denise. And it feels like I was here about 2 minutes ago at the anniversary show.
Well, you kind of were here 2 minutes ago,
yeah.
and now 2 minutes later you're here again, and it's all good.
Yeah, 2 weeks, 2 minutes, same thing.
It's really, but isn't it? And it's so funny because I'm like, I usually write little notes because I got to keep myself on track. I said this year is really speeding by.
Yeah.
And there you go. The days, the weeks, the hours. I don't know, like we're at the office and we're rolling along in the morning and then, I don't know, there's kind of like a black hole and then the next minute it's 5 and I'm like,
yeah.
Right? Do you feel that?
Because we get in and then we always say we get in, then it's 11:11. We catch that a lot lately,
which
right?
Is, yeah, there's something to that.
Not the last few days, but recently, yes, a lot. Mm-hmm. And then it's lunchtime and then it's 5. That's how it goes. Yeah.
And then, of course, we're so busy right now. Lunchtime is at what time?
It's usually around 2. 2,
which is obscene.
Yeah.
It's we have to get ourselves together. It's not good. It's not good. I think today was a little really. I think I ate lunch at 3 today, which really, in all aspects, is an early bird special. Yeah. Is really what it really is. Oh man! But I'll tell you, I'm not too sad about 2025 ending. I'm really not.
I can't say I blame you.
Now, again, there's been a lot of high points. There has, there's been high points. You've had your high points, mm-hmm. moving out and then getting engaged, and I had a fortunate opportunity to go to Aruba this year, and I went to Costa Rica. So really great things.
Totally.
But then, like I would say to you, it's like the ultimate, it's super highs, and then you turn your head, and then it's a super low. It's just really, it's kind of been that kind of year.
Yeah, it takes peaks and valleys to another level.
Really?
It's almost like the height of Mount Everest and then the Earth's core. It's weird.
And your butt gets burned too. I mean, I'm not going to lie about it. It really does, But I just feel like, we're always waiting for the next shoe to drop. And I don't know if that's a method of having social media that we're constantly, an alert. I took all I just got a new phone recently. I took all the instant stuff off of it, everything.
I don't
want to know. I do not want to know notifications. I don't want to know anything.
Good.
It's better.
Good.
And I'm not going to say, well, I guess I feel a little bit better, but like, I fixed that part of my life, but then the rest of my life, I had that another whole thing like messed up, But yeah, it's filled with a lot of challenges this year. I didn't really talk about it, but 2 weeks ago, after we left here on such a high, my daughter got into a really bad accident, and she's okay now. She's getting better every day, but these past couple weeks, I just feel like I've been in I don't know, in a fog, really. It's been, a lot. And I know you had an accident last year, right? And
yeah, last July, actually, on the exact same day that the attempted assassination on Trump happened.
Oh, my God.
It was that night.
Oh my God. And that was the day that actually we were at a wedding. Brian in our office, his son was getting married.
Yeah, that was quite a day.
During the, like all our phones were going off during the ceremony.
Yeah.
After the ceremony, we all looked at our phone and we're like, oh my God. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like the shoe just drops. Like, it's just constant stuff that's going on.
Yeah, it drops like an anvil.
Yeah. And it's noisy. There's so much noise. And I just don't know how to calm the noise. I think we all need that because, people are just coming in hot, like when they call us and everybody, is crazy. We have people, clients scheduling appointments and then, we confirm them and then they don't show up and then we try to follow up with them and then we don't even hear from them. So we're hoping that they're okay, know. But I guess in a certain aspect, like, I some of them I know on Facebook, so I know they're okay, which is good. But
thank God.
No, for sure. But it's like, I don't know, like, I guess everybody's just spinning like a top, but, there's a little bit of that respect too. And like, just kind of, keying in and just follow up. And there's no follow up, I guess you could say.
Everybody's just agitated. And then there's the expression that we always use in the office, the hurry up and wait.
We
got the ones who are ready to go full steam ahead on any case you could think of, anything.
Right.
And then before you know it, they drop off, and then you have to have 5 follow-up calls, and sometimes you don't even hear back after that, and then you wonder what happened, and it's because everybody, like, they feel senses of urgency, and then life gets in the way, and everybody is sort of like in the same tailspin with just different details.
Sure.
I feel like really weird place the world's in.
But it's interesting because we have so many ways to communicate, right? We can call.
Yep.
We could. Text, we could email. I don't know if there's carrier pigeon anymore, but I think that could throw in there. We've got mail. We've got everything, right? Well, that sounds like AOL. But anyway, we have all of these things, but yet nobody communicates. So You're left in the dark. Like, okay, are they okay? Did they, they really, really wanted to get this thing done, but then we never heard back from them. And what does that mean? That they're like not okay, or that they don't want to do it anymore? And, we're cool. Like, listen, you don't want to do it, just... Oh, it's fine. Don't do it.
Just let us know. That'd be nice.
But the same thing in the world that we're living in right now, like the volumes of paperwork to do anything takes a long time, or even if we do it online, whatever, there's just so much that needs to happen. And, when you try to, again, we only have 8 hours in the day, 24 hours in a full day, right? You try to do the best you can for everybody. But at the same token, if you got people that are like, yeah, and you do it, and then you're wasting all that time, you could have did something for somebody else who was ready and really meant that they were ready, And
so we certainly have no shortage of work. So, that's why we're looking to try to stay on top of things as best as we can and keep the lines of communication open. And
absolutely.
It's a rock and a hard place sometimes.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know. I feel like we're kind of complaining, but it's not complaining. It's just, we really value, or we value our clients, but we really want to espouse the fact that we're all about service.
Of course.
And that's what sets us aside from all these other companies because, gosh, well, we know. We call them these companies. The poor thing today, you were on the phone with one company for an hour and
5 minutes.
Hour and 5 minutes. I thought it was an hour and 10. All right, we'll take back the 5.
Yep, 40 minutes. I might as well have been. It might as well have been 3 hours.
We might have missed the 5 minutes.
Yeah, hour and 5 felt like 3 hours 5, but... 40 minutes worth of holding, and then actually some companies have, press 1 if you'd like a callback. Mm-hmm. Callback line doesn't work. You pick up, they say, sorry, couldn't reach you. Call back the original number that you called. Click, done. That doesn't work. So 40 minutes of holding, and then 25 minutes to get an answer with the representative I've eventually got. Great stuff.
So again, as a a company, we work with a lot of different companies. So that's the beauty of it. We're not like, XYZ company and you're going to get every product from that particular company. So we work with a lot of different vendors.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting and like the service. So we want to do the best we can for our clients and be there. But man, it's tough for us too. But think about it. If you work with us, we're doing the hard work and you get to not have to do those calls. So
Exactly.
I guess that's a perk, right?
Yeah.
But
totally.
yeah, no, it's been really interesting. And I don't know. We'll see what next year and what AI brings. I don't know.
Joy.
I'm not sure if
Technology,
I'm
yay.
really. Yeah. And we really should write it down every time we have a technology faux pas. We like when we do it, but that's the thing. We're so busy and we just keep moving on because we want to get to the next thing, and get that done. But man, during a day, how many technological issues we have, and this is before we have the old onset of AI, so it kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah, try to keep
You
your
too?
waiting hand attached challenge at that point.
I know.
Hand's just going to fall right off writing all the instances.
Well, that's true too. I know. Yeah, we'll have to tape it and use AI to write
Yeah.
it down on a sheet of paper for us. There you go.
AI
that'll work.
assistant, write down all the times you screw up.
Imagine that. Well, listen, you are listening to the Financial Chick Show. This is Denise Nostrom, the company's Diversified Financial Solutions. Stay tuned for more after the break. Welcome back. This is Denise Nostrom, the Financial Chick. My company is Diversified Financial Solutions. Oh my God, it's definitely been a week, man. It has been a week. Diversified Financial Solutions, and we are located in Medford, and you can reach us at 631-758-8691 or visit the website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I'm here to help you navigate all those changes. So today, me or my assistant, Mike Scudiero, and I are on the line today or on the air today just to kind of do a recap of the week and what's going on. So, we were talking about some issues and challenges that have occurred this year in 2025 on a business level, not really personal, but a business level, and I guess personal too. It's been an interesting year.
Yeah, take your pick.
Yeah, I know we won't go into all that, but we've had a lot to talk about,
Yeah.
and a lot of things that have been transpiring, and it just seems like everybody's kind of going a little nutty.
Yeah, well, that's a good one positive that comes out of all of it. No shortage of content.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, there's a lot happening.
You're never sitting there saying, "Oh, gee, what am I going to talk about today?"
Yeah, people ask me that. It's interesting. How do you get material every week? And I don't know how. I usually just don't have enough time to talk about all the material that I can. So we'll do a show like today that's just kind of doing an overview. Then we'll wean into different topics and stuff like that.
Most of the time, it's presenting itself.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a great segue. That this week, of course, was we talked about the daylight savings time already and how it's dark. It's pitch black out there right now. But it was also election week.
Yeah.
So that's been all the rage, and everybody's been talking about it and stuff like that. So I guess on a local level, we had Mondami, which again, it's local. I mean, it'll affect us, but it's not really going to totally affect us because it's really New York City. Mondami won his election in the city. Is it shocking? Yeah, I would say it is. But, when you look at it, really, he got 50% of the votes. Now, the one thing we were talking about today in the office, 2 out of the 3 candidates were Democrat, so New York City does it a little bit different,
right.
for the mayoral race. But 50% means that half the people were digging it, and about 50%, 40 some odd percent, and then I think Sliwa got about 7 or 8%. I don't really remember the numbers. Yeah. So, was it a total blowout? No, it wasn't. I mean, people actually placed a vote for Cuomo. It was an interesting race because it was actually, there was really no real viable candidates, if I can be totally honest with you.
No, there wasn't.
But
And that's
I guess,
part of the problem.
Was that?
That's part of the problem, not having a viable candidate, really.
It is, but something that I say also is that, you have to be a certain type of person to run for office. Even if you're a clean-cut individual that really has no skeletons, the other side, and whatever side it is, they will make up stuff and try to prove it to be real. So that's kind of where we are right now. And it's kind of sad, but I'm just glad that, there was no violence and there was no heresy that was going on. Yeah, people are expressing their opinions, but you can, which everybody can, just like, the No Kings rallies that were out there and all of that kind of stuff, people can do that type of thing. But it's just interesting sometimes when one side will indicate that, you're doing this, you're doing that. But they did the same thing, like, for example, with the No Kings, it's kind of hypocrisy because, Biden, if we remember during the administration, forced vaccine mandates on 80 million Americans without congressional approval. And, people lost their jobs and people lost their businesses. So that's really, something that was forced down everybody's throat. That wasn't really something that was a democratic process, right?
Yeah, that's the thing that bothers you most is the hypocrisy. I always tell you on a personal level that's what annoys me most about people typically is when they accuse people of doing the exact same things that they've already done, just in maybe another way. And about the whole Mandami thing, you're right, because just a lot of promises about things that aren't even really possible, and also a lot of policies that he would have to run by the governor anyway that she might not even be on board for, so therefore they can't happen even if he wants them to. He only has so much power as the mayor.
Well, that's exactly it. You're the mayor. You're not the governor. So stay in your lane. Yeah, it's just New York City. Fortunately, we have upstate and Long Island, for what that's worth.
It just and you could tell it's a lot of the young people because Mamdam is young. It's the shiny new toy appeal. That's really what it is. Like a guy talking a big game, how much is he even going to really be able to deliver? And you're also hearing a lot of things transpire about what people were fearing, and you only hope that it happens only so much for the next few years. Otherwise, the city's in trouble. You're hearing about those who actually matter. The rich people in the city, no matter how much you feel about how you feel about rich people, they're important, whether you like it or not. And they will make or break an entire city.
Absolutely.
Especially the greatest one and the biggest one, I should say formerly greatest.
Allegedly. It used to be.
In the world. They do, whether you like it or not. That's the way the world works.
Yeah.
So you're already hearing about them in fluxes, getting ready to go to Texas, go to Florida, go to other states that are more promising and easier to do business in. It's not good.
It's not good because, again, they can do that, and they probably already own homes. All they got to do is just flip the switch and sell their homes here. It just is so much easier. And it's unintended consequences, right? We do all these wonderful things, and free buses and government-run supermarkets or grocery stores.
I guess people don't have enough of a fun time at the DMV and all of these other government-run buildings.
Right. I'm like, okay, all right, so you need a loaf of bread. It'll take 3 or 4 days, to get that. Are you cool with that? I just don't see how. But see, they were polling people on the way out and saying, all right, here's a bunch of things that Mandami has that he's promising or wants to achieve. And the people are like, oh my God. And they're like, that's Mandami. Like, oh, I didn't vote for that. What's scary is that a lot of people don't really go into their voting scenario knowing anything, you know what I mean? Yeah. And they just, the same thing, they will go across the line. Just because I'm a Democrat, just because I'm a Republican, I'm going to go across the line. Listen, I've had people, there was somebody on the ballot, this thing that I just didn't vote for because I'm not a big fan of them. I didn't care what line they were on. You have to really vote for the policies and the person, and not just because of what you are or what. And again, what allegedly they're going to do. I guess that's the biggest part. Forget about the line or the Democrat or Republican. Is it plausible or achievable? I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't really know, but
it's usually what I've always said about, and this is true about most politicians. The mask comes off after the results are in. So
sure did.
Yeah,
the night of.
A lot of things that were said. Yeah.
Well, he was smiley and happy and very
embracing,
and then he was yelling and screaming like in that case when he accepted, and I'm like, whoa, know.
And I got to be honest, I'm not to sound like a Trump homer or anything like that, but these local politicians have got to stop obsessing and making everything about whoever's in the presidential office.
True.
You have a city to look after. You're locally focused. And the last thing you should be wanting to do, regardless of how you feel about the guy in office, is make an enemy out of him. Because like it or not, you want Washington on your side.
Amen.
And that's really what Donald was saying, too. I appreciated the interview when they were saying, oh, what do you think about Mom Tommy's comments? He goes, I think they weren't very smart because you should want us on your side. And, it's the truth.
And again, he's not a governor; he's a mayor.
Exactly.
So, like, he doesn't really have, the bravado to do that. You're just a mayor.
It's irrelevant.
That's it.
Focus on the city, bro.
That's it. That's it.
It's just silliness. The mask comes off. People have to learn the hard way sometimes. He's in. Let's see what he does. And the people who vote for him may very well live to regret it. There's only one way to find out. We'll see.
We're going to see.
The
but
mask
we
is
haven't.
off.
We didn't blow anything up. We didn't damage anything.
And we won't.
And we won't. And we're mature enough to know that we'll see what happens and we'll go from there. But he did, the next day after he got elected, asked for money.
Yeah, he said, stop while I'm asking you again. That's how it always goes, man.
Oh, well, I guess it takes money to do things. Capitalism? Oh, sorry. Okay.
Wild concept.
It's amazing. Well, hey, listen. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Remember to do better, be better. Take care for now. And I look forward to being with you again next Friday. And may the market be with you. And again, capitalism works. Have a great weekend.
Advisory services offered through Blackridge Asset Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities are offered through Peak Brokerage Services, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Blackridge Asset Management and Diversified Financial Solutions are separate and independent entities from Peak Brokerage Services.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.